I lost all hope at that point. I was making $100,000+ a year, and I was so full of shame and guilt that I didn't even tell my parents for like a month and a half that I got fired. Every bit of joy in my life that I had built I had abandoned.
I think I was addicted from the moment I smoked weed, and then I started ordering mescaline off the computer, and then it just took off from there. I was 14. I think my first rock bottom was giving up on my child, signing her away.
I remember the first time I ever picked up a drink. I was 11 years old, went to pills, heroin, meth, started making my own drugs. When I knew that I had a problem, I didn't know how to fix my problem because getting high was so much easier than stopping.
When you make that conscious effort to put the needle in your arm, it really transforms you. I didn't even know who I was anymore. My lowest point was the feeling is like a ghost. Like I'm just like a ghost walking around, a ghost looking for a place to die.
Woke up one day and I realized that the first thing that popped in my head was I need to get high or I'm gonna get sick. I cared more about drugs and I needed drugs more to function on a daily basis than I needed my child.
My best friends live next to addicts, so, I just threw a smile his way and he was like, well, here, you can take this. Girls, and not even girls, but guys too, in addiction, we did stuff that we didn't, you look back at it and it's like, I really did that just to get that.
Been to 9 treatments, and I was going from rehab to rehab and staying in motels and just living like the bottom of the bottom. And we were doing heroin out there and everything, and I just couldn't believe I was still alive. Like, it grabs a hold of you. It's like the devil. I mean, it locks you in this cage and you have no choice after. You don't care about dying. At that point, you rather die than live in that hell.
CFC Loud and Clear is a New Jersey nonprofit organization, 501c3. We are a post-treatment relapse prevention program. This is non-existent in the medical treatment system for addiction at this time. We are setting a new standard.
Coming full circle, Loud and Clear started in light of my own journey through addiction. After going through rehab several times and falling into this gap that happens after treatment, I discovered that there is a great need for care.
And what we mean by that is the continuation of people going back into a 30-day program, being released, relapsing. 30-day program, released, relapsing.
My mother and I came together and we were talking about this, going back and forth, like, what should we do? And we were like, I think, there's a great need to create a place that does things like that, that really focuses on the social aspect of recovery.
My son was 21 years old and sober for the first time, and he couldn't understand how he was going to have fun in life. He couldn't see it.
Whenever you started doing drugs, that's the age that you stopped developing emotionally and mentally. So, at 21 years old for me, I was really 14 years old, trying to get my life back together, and I had to grow up from 14 to 21 within 6 months in order to survive. And that's a lot of turmoil to go through, and you need a strong support system to do that. And you need to learn mostly how to have fun in sobriety.
I remember the first day, the first meeting I made, I said it out loud. I was like, this is home for me. I want to offer my experiences to people and help them pull themselves up out of the drain like Danny helped me do.
I wanted to know how to have fun. So once I found this program, it blew me away that everything I had been trying to do in my own recovery is what they are doing. It's not about sitting and talking or reliving your past or dwelling on anything you've done or holding on to guilt. It's about leaving the baggage behind and learning to live again.
CFC teaches me that we can go out and have fun, because my first event in CFC, we went and we gave free hugs at the mall. And I tell you what, I have never had such a good time in my life.
Sober socialization is of the utmost importance. Teaching people how to have fun sober And with that sober socialization, so much is learned because they're with their peers and they're learning compassion, consideration for each other, they're learning self-respect, and they have to relearn those life skills. And they do that in a fun way.
So here at CFC Loud and Clear, what we do is one of the first questions we ask you on your application is, what's your passion?
And we start from there. If they want to go ice skating, that's what goes on our social activity calendar. If they think they want to be a chef, we'll have a cooking class. A painter, we have painting classes. And this is peer-driven. This calendar is peer-driven.
We do whitewater rafting, rock climbing, paintball, quadding, horseback riding. And they're like, wow, I haven't felt like this since I was a kid. And that's the point. We want to get back to that pure sense of self. We want to release that inner child within us. And that is just, you see the lights go on when someone finally breaks through those walls and just lets their hair down and has fun in a positive direction.
Like, I got people I could call, they're on the same wavelength. Let's go out, let's hang out, let's do something. And I haven't had that before I met people at CFC, before I got involved with the Regans.
Being sober is being able to be the parent for my daughter that she deserves. Being able to take care of her and give her the life that, you know, I had a great childhood and I want to be able to do that for her and more.
My mom, to this day, always says it was God giving her a sign, you know, that this was the program I needed. There was a reason why she picked up that pamphlet. So I went over there, and the first day I went over there was the greatest day of my life.
I guess I got a taste of life, and I'm a very competitive person. So I use my competitiveness towards my life now, and it's been working out for me. Well, it feels good to be out of that cage, you know?
Addiction is non-discriminatory. It doesn't care if you're black or you're white or you're rich or you're poor, if you're gay or you're not. I never expected it to come into our family, but it did. It could affect anybody. If it made it through our front door, it can make it through your front door. CFC has been currently functioning on only private donations. It's what keeps this system going and this program flowing. There has been over 100 lives that have been saved and have moved forward with this program. There's been over 1,500 families touched by this program in a positive way.
I love that I can help others find their lives again. I can heal families. And we do this as an organization, and it's just amazing what you can do with getting people together and changing lives, because it's a powerful thing when we all come together and we make something happen.
The future of this program depends on your continued support. It depends on funding, future funding. It depends on if you care enough to fund this program. It is extremely important, and we are extremely grateful for any help that you can give us.